And hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome, foolish mortals, to our last Hitchhiker chat before Halloween. Gosh, Halloween, y'all, is in 3 days. Can you believe it? How did we get to the fall so quickly? I don't know. Could somebody give me a sound check? William will be on shortly, but let me know. Let me know if my sound is okay. Let me welcome everybody in. It's so good to see you guys every Tuesday night, really. Mandy, oh, you want to be a Haunted Mansion ghost? Well, there's always a room for one more, Mandy. Oh, but be careful because Alistair Crump is always looking for that 1000th ghost. So be careful. Brian, good to see you. So good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brian, I always enjoy all the things that you send me on Messenger about the Haunted Mansion and different things that you find. Those are always so fun. Thank you for thinking of me. Dave, welcome in. Welcome in. It's good to see you as always. Appreciate you so much for dropping links and just for being willing to be one of our ghost hosts. It's good to see everybody. Tina, as always, it's good to see you, my friend. You may actually make a little cameo in the slideshow tonight. We'll see. But yeah, it's good to see everybody. As I said, William will be in shortly. And let's see, oh, hey, Pam. Hey, sweetie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good. And thank you for that, Tina. It's always good to know that we look good. Hey, David T. Hello, human. Hello, humans. It's me, David T. All right. It's good to see you, David. You always tickle me with that entrance. Always do the monsters, the Monsters Incorporated thing. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome in, David. Welcome in, everybody. It's so good to see you again. William will be here, in just a little bit when he gets all of his ghosts in a row, and he's always kind of coming in on two wheels, but he does love to be here. So, at any rate, we're going to talk a little. It seemed to me, y'all, a good night to talk about the Haunted Mansion. I was trying to come up with a topic for tonight, and I think we may have done this one other time, where we just spotlighted the Haunted Mansion and talked about it. We're going to come at it from a little different angle tonight. So bear with me. We're going to talk about some of the Imagineers who designed the Haunted Mansion. It is one of the classic rides in theme parks anywhere in the world, I think. And it's included in not only the Disney East and West here, Disneyland and Walt Disney World, but it's also at the overseas parks, at a couple of the overseas parks. It manifests itself, it materializes as Phantom Manor, and in Hong Kong Disney, a little different take. And Phantom Manor and Mystic Manor are the two overseas. I think it's in all of the parks overseas. I'm pretty sure it is. But at any rate, we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. 3 days before Halloween seemed like a good time to do that. And as y'all know, we're always excited to talk about the Haunted Mansion. Now, if you'll notice, I have 50th anniversary Mickey Mouse plush here, watching over us in his ghost host outfit. And then this is Ezra. This is the extra large Funko that William got me several years ago. Mr. Juma, welcome in. As always, welcome in. And then over here, this is new, y'all, and this is big. And I may show you this up close. This is something that I picked up. This is from a Disney store, and it's really big. You can't see it because it's so far back right now, but it's the Doom buggy with the haunted with the Hitchhiking Ghost in it. And the first promo that I saw for that piece was the designer of the Doom buggy, Bob Gurr. And I think I put it in the chat for our ghost host, but I was really excited about that. Bob Gurr is the Disney Imagineer who designed the Doom buggies, and he has said, if it's got wheels in the Disney parks, he probably designed the ride vehicle for it. So he is responsible for designing too that the conveyor system that that doesn't stop, that you just get on the conveyor belt and the ride vehicles keep moving, which of course allows people to load a lot faster. So he is responsible for that. But I had to have this. This is so cute, y'all, and it does light up. It has 2 settings. When you turn it on, you can turn it on for 1 hour or 3 hours. So pretty cool. I love it. Let's see. Oh, you're on your phone, David. Fine. Dave, good. The Omnimover. Yes. Thank you for the assist on that. Tina, that was not coming to my brain. It's called the Omnimover. And Bob Gurr, has said before that he, Walt Disney. Oh, hey, Jennifer. Thanks for popping in. Jennifer, are you on your cruise? Are you still on your cruise? You guys, Jennifer Caruso just materialized in the stream. One of our members and one of our great ghost hosts. And Jennifer is currently on a cruise, I believe, if you're still there with Ron. And so you guys check that out. By all means, check out Jennifer's channel and all of the fantastic cruises that you guys have been on. Jennifer, I've got to get with you about a Disney cruise. I think we both want to go on a Disney cruise. I think we need to get together, maybe go on a Disney cruise. So I may contact you about that, see if you want to do that. Because I know you've never done one, and I've never done one. So we may have to get together on that. But yeah, sailing away, Jennifer, on the high seas tonight. It's good to see you. Let's see here. Again, Rim should be in shortly, and we're going to talk. We need to talk, Jennifer. We really do. I will send you a message, and we'll see what we will be able to work out. But I'm dying to go on a Disney cruise, so we'll see. I'll get with you on it. Just a couple of notes here. My son Adam, I've got 2 birthdays in my family, y'all, if you will indulge me. DCL. I know a lot about Disney Cruise Line. David, of course, my daughter-in-law Jillian is a Mickey Travels travel agent, and so she can book all of that for me. Disney Cruise Line is fantastic. They have some amazing destinations. We're really excited, David, because our one of our closer ports, obviously, since we're in Texas, is Galveston, Texas. And in 2026, up to this point, Disney ships have only been in Galveston in port for like a quarter of the year. And it's generally like September to, say, January. So just the few months at the end of the year. In 2026, they will be ported in Galveston all year round. So we are super, super excited about that. But let me, guys, I have, if y'all will indulge me, y'all have heard me mention Adam. He's my youngest son. He has a birthday coming up, and also this week, my other little Scorpio baby, who is just precious sweetheart, my granddaughter Landry. Now Wyatt has a birthday coming up too. We'll give him a whistle for next week because his is a little bit later. But this is for Adam, my youngest son. Happy birthday, sweetie. It was good to have you home for a few days today. And Landry, Mimi loves you. Mimi and Papa love you. So here's our celebratory train whistle. This is from This is from Hollywood Studios and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So loud noise coming in 5, 4, 3, 2. Happy birthday to Adam and Landry. Apple Tart Baker, nice to see you. Nice to see. Welcome in. Welcome in. You're new to our chat. I appreciate you materializing to say hello. Welcome. Welcome. You've made me hungry with your screen name. But at any rate, let's do a little bit of this day in Disney history. While we're waiting for William to get here, just quickly, you guys really love Disney history. Just about 3 of them tonight. The Walt Disney or the Disney Company has an amazing history. The company is obviously over 100 years old. We celebrated the 100th year of the company not too long ago, and so just a storied history with an incredible number of people in the music industry, actors, and from all walks of life, authors, producers. There's so many people who have been a part over the years of the Disney family, and so we enjoy Disney history. I'm going to mention some of them tonight. 1952, this day in Disney history, actress Annie Potts, who's the voice of Bo Peep in Toy Story, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 4, and the voice of Shrinks in Disney's TV series Hercules, is born in Franklin, Kentucky. She also played Luann Johnson on ABC's TV series Dangerous Minds and supplied the voice of Nurse Fishington in 3 episodes of Disney's Channel's Fish Hooks. We also know her, of course, from her role in the film Ghostbusters. So happy birthday to Annie Potts. She was born in 1952. 1971, the Dapper Dans. Don't we all love the Dapper Dans of Disney World? The Barbershop Quartet, obviously, performed their first show outside of Walt Disney World. It was an evening performance at a convention in Cocoa Beach since relocating to Florida from Disneyland. So now Disneyland has the Dapper Dans and also Walt Disney World, and we have a lot of shorts, and they appear in a lot of our our live streams from Walt Disney World as well, because I just love the Dapper Dans. Lastly, 1980, Annette Funicello, Cubby O'Brien, Tommy Cole, Sherry Alberoni, and Dickie Dodd joined other Mouseketeers wearing black ears and white shirts on a soundstage in Burbank, California to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the original Mickey Mouse Club. So that's our This Day in Disney history for today. I love the Dapper Dance. Apple Tart Baker. I have some apples. It's interesting. I have some apples on my. I just realized it's totally. We're all the way into fall here, September, October, November, and I have not. I have this couple of fantastic recipes: apple pie, apple cake with like a brown butter frosting, and so I've got to do those. I thought about doing a video on those too. So, yeah. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Welcome in. Welcome
Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah.
Great to see everybody tonight.
Yeah, we were just talking a little bit. I've gone ahead and did This Day in Disney history.
Nice.
while we were breathlessly awaiting your arrival.
Yeah.
How has your week been, hon?
Good. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty productive so far.
Good.
That's a good week.
Yeah, mine too. I've had a good week, and just kind of looking forward to the season. We have so many there's great holidays coming up, and we've got trips to Disney planned, and Thanksgiving, Christmas. I mean, what's not to like? Life is good. So, and Jennifer Caruso is in the stream, and she's currently on a cruise. So,
Oh wow, awesome! I hope you're having a great time. Safe
life
travel,
is good.
Jennifer.
Yeah, on the high seas for sure. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, welcome in. Good to see you. Another globetrotter in the stream, and you guys know we love to travel. So, so it's just about to start the live stream, and again, now what we're going to discuss tonight, y'all, is by no means exhaustive. I don't know how you could do anything that's exhaustive on the Haunted Mansion, because there are so many facets to it. There were so many contributors, those early WED Imagineers, who contributed pieces to it. It's really amazing with the number of people who were in on the development of it that we came up with anything remotely resembling what we have now. It's But at the same time, it was all of those different visions that they somehow managed to put together into this, iconic ride.
Yep.
That arguably is the best amusement park attraction ever. I would argue that. I know that you might challenge me on that with your love of pirates, but at any rate, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Too much food. Okay. Good for you, Jennifer. That's what we do when we cruise. We eat, right? I love it. Please tell Ron we said hello. Y'all have a great time. I'm excited about that. Apple Tart Baker says she loves your shirt. He loves your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's the Fantastic Four, the thing from the Fantastic Four.
That is great.
Roosevelt shirt. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead. I guess if you're ready, William, and we'll start the stream. I was trying to come up with something. It's the endless question. What do we? Sometimes I have things thought out weeks in advance, and then sometimes I don't decide on something until the morning. Until Tuesday morning. So it really. We haven't done this in a while. I think we've done this once, maybe twice before, in the 6 years that we've been on YouTube. So, but y'all, we have numerous shorts and live streams where we ride the Haunted Mansion videos. We have Hitchhiker Chats where we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. And again, shorts, just all kinds of stuff on the channel, obviously in reference to the Haunted Mansion, because it is totally my favorite. It's always been my favorite since I was a child. And so
yeah, it's iconic. One of those that stood the test of time.
Oh yes. It has been carried over in the overseas parks quite successfully, although some of the overseas parks versions are a little different. Now, that might be an interesting live stream to do sometime, William.
Yeah.
Is the spotlight on the overseas parks and what their storylines for their Haunted Mansions are.
Yeah.
That could be really would be an interesting live stream. At any rate, let's, again, this is by no means exhaustive, but several months ago, I guess it's been, I didn't look to see when I posted the first one, but I posted an Instagram meme, meme, I guess you'd call it, on one of the Disney Imagineers who worked on the Haunted Mansion. I always take part in Mansion Monday, or almost every Monday, and post something about the Haunted Mansion with hashtag Mansion Monday. And so I started posting the different Imagineers who contributed to the Haunted Mansion, and I'm up to 7. I've made 7 different posts of different Imagineers. So I'm going to share those with you tonight. You can find these on our Instagram and Facebook pages, but we're not going to get too far into the weeds on any one of them, but we're going to talk about each one, and then some other aspects of the Haunted Mansion. And we're going to give you kind of a list, which I will put in the description of this video. It's not there yet, but I'll put it in there, of other resources if you want to know some more about the Haunted Mansion. But it is a favorite. They finally, a few years ago, they began to realize that Haunted Mansion merchandise is very popular with guests. And so they really began to hit that merchandise hard, and they really plussed Memento Mori, which is the Haunted Mansion gift shop.
Well, I mean, there was I mean, there was really nothing there until they added Memento Mori.
Right. And so, but then you could walk in there, and before they started with the lounge flies and the spirit jerseys, and there were some things in there, but it was nothing really to write home about.
Yeah.
They didn't have. So, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe, they really upped their game on Haunted Mansion merch, and I'm so glad that they did. But this is, like I said, an iconic attraction. It's one that people everywhere love. I'm always excited to see people in the parks with Haunted Mansion, gear on, what have you. And there's a lot of it. There really is. This is one of the earliest pictures that I have of the Haunted Mansion. Obviously, this was taken from the Liberty Bell as we were passing by, which is no longer there. But this is, the queue line, of course, was full that day. It usually is. And so this was taken in 2008. This is one of the first pictures that I have of it, or one of the early pictures, I should say, that I have of it. And again, this was taken from the Liberty Bell as we were passing by that iconic view there that no longer exists. And again, these pictures are from 2008 as well. When I walk into the park, William, one of the first things that I used to do, not so much anymore because you don't hear it quite as often as you used to, but I would listen for the dog. At one point, you could hear the howling dog from the hub, from the Haunted Mansion. And it was just, I would listen for it. And we generally always went left because this is one of the first places that we went. So, so this is, just one of the, some early shots there of the Haunted Mansion. And this is one of my favorite tombstones. Just because I think it's so funny. Here lies good old Fred, a great big rock fell on his head.
Yeah.
That's just a iconic one. And then of course, Madame Leota with her eyes open there. If you pay attention, Leota does open her eyes every so often, and she moves just a little bit. So if you watch that tombstone, that's another just an iconic. But these were taken in 2008, so that's been a little while. But at any rate, I posted this tombstone on Instagram, One Mansion Monday, and put something like, here's hoping your Monday is better than Fred's. So,
that's funny.
And I got a lot of comments on that. But at any rate, the Haunted Mansion.
There's Mikey. And Mikey says she opens her eyes every wolf howl. Well, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mikey.
Does she? There you go. There you go. Mikey, you would know our resident gravedigger. Yeah. Oh, she does. Okay. Okay. Good deal. Mike, we talked about this, and we were in the you and Russ and I talked about this. We were actually in the line queue at the time. There are sometimes that I have been there where I didn't hear the howling dog at all. And then the last few times I've been, I'm hearing it again. I don't know if that was because of the blip or what was going on, but it sure is good to see you, Mike. We need to catch up. But Mike, any other little tidbits that you would like to drop? I know you're full of Haunted Mansion trivia because you love it so much too. But let us know. Yes, the dog. The dog. The howling dog has always been one of my favorites. So it's just a classic. We're going to talk about just not all of them because there were so many, Imagineers, y'all. But Ken Anderson, when there was always in Walt's mind, and this is from Rolly Crump, who's one of the Imagineers and one of my favorite Imagineers. One of the first ideas that Walt had for Disneyland was to include a haunted house of some kind, because Rolly said that people like to be scared, and that was a staple of the carnivals of the day, which were smaller and cheaper and what have you, and naturally Walt built on that when he built Disneyland. But he always had in his mind that there would be a haunted house. So he tasked, several of his Imagineers with coming up with ideas for him. And Ken Anderson was one of the first to work on it, and he did most of the work on the outside. He decided what the mansion's exterior would look like. Walt wanted it to be clean and well kept on the outside, like the rest of the park. So no dilapidated shutters, broken steps, peeling paint. He didn't want it to look run down like you would kind of expect a haunted house to be, with cobwebs and what have you. So we'll take care of the outside and we'll let the ghosts take care of the inside. So the concepts were developed. And one of the big questions, of course, was, would it be scary with hot and cold running chills, or would it be funny? The 909 happy haunts. So there was a huge debate, among early WED Enterprises folks, these early Imagineers on how to approach it. Now, Walt, it made sense that he would do a haunted mansion, because a lot of his early projects had a scary side, all the way back to the Skeleton Dance, which was that first short. Look at Fantasia, the villains in Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. I mean, they're pretty scary, So he had that, that piece already in his body of work, and so it just kind of made sense that he would do a haunted mansion. A lot of this, guys, and again, I will put this in the description of the video, but a lot of this can be found on the Disney Plus series featuring the Haunted Mansion. And it's in season 1, it's episode 2, where they feature the Haunted Mansion. It's called Behind the Attraction. So check that out. I'll note that in the description. But check out on Disney Plus, it's called Behind the Attraction, and it's the Haunted Mansion. It's in season 1, episode 2 of that series. So you can check that out. William, do you we were talking a little bit about Ken Anderson, and he was the most recent Imagineer that I spotlighted on Mansion Monday on Instagram and Facebook. His concepts and drawings were used in the final attraction, and they included again the exterior, the one in Disneyland, looks like an antebellum, a plantation with the big white columns. He also developed the hanging character in the stretching room and the elevator to transport, guests up and down. What are your first? Now I may be opening a can of worms here, but what are your first memories of the Haunted Mansion as a child?
Well,
traumatizing.
Yeah. I mean, I was fairly young when I wrote it for the first time, so yeah, a little bit spooked. The the ghosts that pop up there in the graveyard, would get me. And those, I always kind of brace myself because I never knew when they're, it's like a Jack in the Box. You never knew when they were going to pop up and get me. So those were the ones that I was, that were I was most intimidated by. But yeah, I mean, it's an incredible attraction. I mean, it really is, and they, I know that it's surprisingly, people are, I've heard, some negative opinions related to it, but I think it's really cool, that they added those pieces to the queue outside.
Yes.
I just, some interactive stuff, and I think kind of helps, expand the lore, if you will. But anyway, it's I just think it's a really, really neat attraction. I mean, it does such a good job of kind of building the anticipation of from walking up, approaching the mansion, like you said, with the kind of the music playing, and then the dog as well. And anyway, they do a really, really good job of building an anticipation, walking into that first room, with the portrait. I think a lot of people, don't really acknowledge that room necessarily, because they move you through it fairly quickly. But
they really do.
But the portrait, just right off the bat, as it changes, it's just really neat. And then the stretching room, obviously all of a sudden, you're shut in with no windows and no doors. As a kid, that's that's pretty terrifying. Why in the world would my parents bring me on this attraction? I mean, I guess, and I think you're more concerned with looking, at the mansion and everything, that you don't really pay as much attention to the people actually coming out the other side, exiting the attraction.
Right.
So much your focus is on everything going on with the mansion. And so, I, didn't necessarily notice all those people coming out unscathed. Anyway,
especially as a child, you're not noticing. But Brian says he totally likes, Disneyland's exterior. And Brian, here's the thing: I really like both of them. It's amazing to me how different the exteriors for each attraction are, and how different the line cues are. But they're both so good, they really are. Now I love. I'm partial to Walt Disney World, Brian. I'm partial to Walt Disney World. I love a Captain Culpepper climb there, soaking of the brine, and they've got the water, that sprays out, onto the pavement. I love that part. But it's just fantastic. You've got the busts there, in Walt Disney World. Now, Brian, William, you've not been, I don't think either of us has been since they redesigned the queue in Disneyland. Have you?
No, we haven't.
Okay. Yeah, we have not. So that's something.
Woo-hoo.
That's something I'd really like to do. Yay,
Thanks,
Mikey!
Mikey. Thank you,
Yay!
Mikey. Appreciate your support
Oh,
there. Thank you very much.
yes. Thanks so much. Mike has been a member of the channel for 27 months, 2 years and 3 months. And you, Mikey, you were, I think you may have been our first channel member.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, Mikey.
That's so very kind of you. So yay for Mike. As always, we appreciate it. If you're interested, guys, you can click on the join button there. We have different levels of channel membership, and we so appreciate our channel members. Goodness gracious! But to donate just a little bit of money every month, to help us with the channel. Gosh, we appreciate you guys. You're so great. So if you're interested, you can click on the join button there and check it out. But Mikey, we appreciate you, buddy, for 2 years and 3 months. Wow. Yeah. So at any rate, fun fact, here we go. Here comes Mike with dropping the trivia. Fun fact, the elongated inverted white bus in the library is actually a Lincoln morphed. Okay, help me out, Mike. Inverted white bust in the library. Oh, it's actually like a Lincoln, like an Abe Lincoln morphed. Okay, I think I'm following you.
The elongated inverted white bust in the library is actually Abraham Lincoln. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, speak to text is messing me up, but okay. Yeah, they used a Lincoln's and morphed it. Okay. Well, see, Mike, I didn't know that. There's so many things. There's so many, man. We could talk about this for a month and not cover everything. But at any rate, Ken Anderson, he had a lot of key contributions to the Haunted Mansion, and then other things as well. He was just an animator, an Imagineer. He came up with most of the concepts for the Haunted Mansion in one way or the other. He did sketches, paintings, a lot of the models, and even some audio recordings. So he contributed heavily. So that's Ken Anderson, and then Yale Gracie. Now, guys, Yale Gracie was an incredibly talented Imagineer who contributed to tons and tons and tons of projects, but he rarely did interviews. He was always very quiet. He is credited with the Hatbox Ghost. The man was brilliant. He was absolutely a brilliant Imagineer. And he, of course, the house belongs to Master Gracie, and so the owner of the manor is named after Yale Gracie, this Imagineer, and this is a picture of him with one of the ghosts designing, and he did not give very many interviews, so there's not a lot on record, of him talking about the work that he did, but there's no question that his contributions were just key. He was a layout artist. He was a writer. He joined Disney in 1939 as a layout artist for Pinocchio, and he worked on a lot of the animated shorts and films. Three Caballeros. He worked on Fantasia. He was an expert in special effects. He devised many of the illusions and tricks that made the Haunted Mansion come alive. His innovations included the Pepper's Ghost effect, which still mesmerizes guests as they encounter, the figures throughout the attraction. He worked on the Pirates of the Caribbean, which does not, surprise us at all. Carousel of Progress for the 1964 World's Fair, and the original Epcot Center. So he was still working for Disney, as many of the Imagineers came across to Florida to work on the Florida project. He created the breathtaking center core finale of the World of Motion attraction. So it's just an amazing, amazing man. I really wish that he had done more interviews. The Master Gracie character in the Haunted Mansion is based on him. And every morning, cast members place a red rose on Master Gracie's grave. This is believed to have started in the 1980s. And interesting, such a fascinating man. He was actually, like in real life, he was murdered in his sleep in 1983 in Los Angeles during the break-in. Yeah, just interesting. 2 days after his 73rd birthday, and his wife Beverly was also injured in the attack. But interesting, So, at any rate, just an interesting man, and incredibly talented. And I dearly wish that we had more, interviews with him. But he just didn't do a lot of interviews. He didn't. But he was incredibly talented, and we have a lot of the spectral effects, were attributed to him. So yeah, Gracie, Master Gracie. And is this in this picture? Now that is not the Hatbox Ghost. That's one of the hitchhiking ghosts. Am I right?
No, I believe that's a Hatbox Ghost. I think. Well, it's kind of hard to tell, actually. I know there was a very brief period of time where they couldn't get the effect to work right. And so, just a few days in, since they couldn't get the lighting to swap like they wanted, they ended up pulling the Hatbox Ghost out, where many years later, there was
Gracie actually requested that it be pulled because it didn't work like he wanted it to. So
and then many years later, there was a younger Imagineer that was just a huge fan of Yo Gracie, and he ended up figuring it out. So
it made it work. It was scrapped. The effect didn't work because where they developed it, the lighting was different once they put it actually in the mansion. And so Gracie pulled it. And then years later, the young man's name was Daniel Joseph. He idolized Gracie. And he knew of the Hatbox Ghost. And so he created a model and worked on it in his garage. And he perfected, his head appears on his shoulders, and then it disappears off his shoulders and appears in the hat box, which is how he got his name. And so this the Daniel Joseph, wanted to finish Gracie's work, and just with all the respect that he could muster, he perfected it and he pitched it to Disney, and of course he's been a Disney Imagineer ever since. So. And then, of course, they added the Hatbox Ghost, which is just one of the best things Disney has ever done. They added the Hatbox Ghost to the Haunted Mansion in Magic Kingdom in 2023. So,
I still think it's in the wrong spot, but
well, I'll tell you. Okay, so it's where the Donald Duck chair, which was Rolly Crump's. Used to sit. Now, I think that spot is a wonderful, as far as the look of it, and the space. I think that was a really good place for it because it kind of showcases him there at to the left of the endless hallway. And once they came up with the storyline from this most recent movie, that he could actually move in and out of the mansion at will, I was okay with it. So they
I
kind of talked me into it.
yeah, I'm a purist, and I don't think that the ghost materialized till after Leota does her thing. So
Right,
uh,
right.
I'd have preferred if they'd have put him, there just after the mansion, or just after the attic scene, like he
Uh-huh.
is there at
Right,
Disneyland. But
right.
is what it is. Yeah, I mean it
Yeah.
is. I mean it's incredible animatronic. I'm glad we have it, but
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I'm still, I'm still purist, and I think they shoehorned it in,
Yeah.
and 'cause they're like,
They
yeah,
they did kind of talk me into that one.
yeah,
I'll have to say. Of course, you know how much I enjoyed the movie,
yeah,
and Jared Leto played. So all of that sort of fed into my acceptance of the line
yeah,
of the
yeah,
story. So and the fact that they decided to pay homage to our next Imagineer that we're going to talk about, Rolly Crump. They in the movie they named the Hatbox Ghost Alastair Crump, played by Jared Leto. Of course, didn't hurt their case
yeah.
at all, because here's Rolly. Um, Rolly, you guys know I love Rolly Crump. I am such a huge Rolly Crump fan. I
It's
just
funny that Mike already called it before you got there.
absolutely, Mike. Yeah, the Kennel Man. Um, that's another thing, and these are, for us like Brian and so many of us. Well, I guess everybody, the chat guys, Tina, Pam, all of us who really love Disney, and we pay attention to these fantastic Easter eggs um, that Disney gives us. The Candleman was an original concept for Rolly Crump and his Museum of the Weird. A lot of this is explained again in that Disney Plus series that we told you about called Behind the Attractions. Second episode, first season. Rolly Crump was kind of cleared to do a Museum of the Weird for the Haunted Mansion. Now, that never actually materialized in the Haunted Mansion completely, but a lot of the pieces from his designs did show up. The Candleman, which is in the center there, that's his Candleman. They put that piece in the attic scene, and it's what is it, William? What, little over a foot high, maybe a foot and a half tall.
Yeah, yeah, roughly.
Yeah, they put that in the attic scene, and you can find it. I have a fantastic picture of it that I should have included here. That I got just shooting in the dark, literally, and my camera caught a lot of the details with no flash. It was amazing. Um, Phineas, I think it probably is the Hatbox Ghost, because Yale Gracie was so pivotal. I worked on the Hatbox Ghost so much, but um, at any rate, the Candleman is fantastic. I love the references to Rolly Crump here. We lost him just a few years ago, and he is featured in the Behind the Attraction. Does a lot. A lot of the interview is Rolly Crump talking about Walt and all of these things. It's a fantastic interview to have from him just a few years before he died. So,
Yep. Yeah, that's right, Pam.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. They did. And Pam, how in the world, right? Um, there were so many people, and there were always these two camps. Would it be funny or would it be scary? And
Hmm.
there were always these two schools of thought, and there were Imagineers on both sides, and so they were all kind of working on these two different, coming at it from these two different philosophies, and somehow they made it work.
Yeah.
I did want to mention this, y'all. I ordered this a few years ago, and I really love this. It's really crump, and it's kind of a cute story. Really crump. Really crump was really uh, known for the stories. He told a lot of stories. So this, I ordered this from Amazon. You can still get it. This is the paperback, but this is amazing. It has tons of pictures. This is a picture here on the back of him. This is the Tower of the Four Winds, which was the big focal point for the Disney attractions at the 1964 World's Fair in New York. And it was said, well, he said that after he designed it and they put it up, it was huge. It was, like a 25-foot tower, it's called the Tower of the Four Winds. He didn't like it, but a lot of people liked it. But anyway, this is a really good book if you're interested in a lot of the Imagineers. I know that a lot of you are, and this is really just an amazing book. It has fabulous, pictures of his other artwork, other things that he did, and it's excellent. So I think it looks like one of the three Hitchhiking Ghosts. I kind of thought it did too, Tina, but it's kind of hard to tell with, because they worked on several, and the Hitchhiking Ghost or the Hatbox Ghost looked, there were different iterations of him too, so it could have been a little different. Could have been really a little different iteration of him. Next is Claude Coates, and another. I'm sure if you're a Disney fan, all of these names are familiar to you. Okay, thanks, Apple Tart Baker. We appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see, Pam's. I've never read any Disney Haunted Mansion and Pirates. Yes. Pam, I think that's pretty much, I think it's generally, my favorite is Pirates and my second favorite is Haunted Mansion, or my favorite is Haunted Mansion, my second favorite is Pirates. That's, and it's interesting that of all the rides that Disney has done in the years following, those two original classics are still the favorites. I think that's interesting. Yeah. So let's see. Let me go back up here to Claude Coates. Claude Coates is from San Francisco, California. He graduated from USC in 1934. He had a degree in fine arts and architecture. And in 1955, he was one of the elite artists and designers that Walt selected to help bring Disneyland to life. So Claude was there from the beginning. As a show designer, he was part of the development team for the Grand Canyon and Primeval World dioramas, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Snow White, Scary Adventures, and Submarine Voyage, among others. So he also contributed heavily, of course, to that 1964 New York World's Fair, which was really, really pivotal to Disney knew how important his, the company's attractions at that World's Fair were, and he was right. The Magic Skyway, Carousel of Progress, It's a Small World, almost all of them. Claude Coates was just, amazing talent that Walt put together here. I mean, it's amazing to me how many, how much talent he really had around it, and how many people, he was a good leader, and good leaders surround themselves, guys, with amazing talent. So now Claude Coates was another one that we do know that he was responsible for the scary, creepy atmosphere that dominate the first parts of the attraction. Mark Davis wanted more. He was on the silly, the fun, silly approach He was in that camp. Claude Coates was in the scary camp. So that kind of gives you an idea. But Claude Coates is obviously on the short list of all-time greatest Disney Imagineers. He was inducted as a Disney legend in 91, and he passed away in 92 in Los Angeles. So, but oh yeah, he just contributed to that. You know, that's one of the things that's so fascinating to me, William, is how much talent Walt Disney gathered together, you know, in one place to make all of his ideas come to life. While he was the leader, you know, his ideas drove things like, you know, like Bob Gurr has often said, you know, Walt Disney would come to him and say, "Hey, Bob, you know, I've got this idea. Can you do this?"
Hey, Dave.
And Bob Gurr would say, "Sure, I can do that."
Without,
you know, and then he would later on he'd have to figure it out because he would tell Walt, "You sure I can do that?" without having a clue how he was going to do it. But then he would work it out. So Walt Disney challenged these ladies and gentlemen, you know, push their talents to the limit, showcase their talents, you know, encouraged, you know, in the Behind the Attraction Haunted Mansion episode where Rolly Crump does a lot of the talking. They interview him pretty heavily. He talks about Walt, and at one point he actually tears up because, you know, he said Walt was just an amazing person. He was encouraging. He challenged you. He brought out the best in you. You know, when you needed to go back to the drawing board, he'd say, let's see what else we might do about that. You know, let's work that over. But he was just a really wonderful, you know, wonderful man. It was quite clear, you know, that Rolly just loved him. And so, at any rate, there's Claude Coates, was one of the others. Now, Paul Frees, y'all, obviously, Paul Frees is one of our, you know, is one of the people that favor most prominently, because Paul Frees contributed his voice to the Ghost Host. He is our ghost host. Paul Frees did a lot of voice work. He was a prolific voice actor, and you know, a lot of his most memorable voices were for Disney. He voiced Professor Ludwig von Drake in that television series. He narrated a lot of the Disney cartoons, Math Magic Land, a lot of the shorts, that kind of thing. He voiced the ghost host, you know, welcome foolish mortals at the Haunted Mansion attraction.
And how much does that add? I mean,
oh my goodness.
You know, it's one thing to have all the visual, you know, all the really awesome visual effects, you know, and the incredible design and, you know, how it's all laid out and everything. But the voice, you know, it's iconic.
Yeah, it is.
And, you know, within the last couple of days, I've seen, you know, a clip of him doing, you know, working through the lines, you know, and kind of doing different intonations of, you know, emphasizing, you know, saying the word differently, you know, it like welcome, you know, you know, doing, you know, little inflections there. And anyway, I've seen that video within the last couple of days, you know, and we showed it to Wyatt. We said, Wyatt, look at this. This is the guy that's the voice, you know, from the Haunted Mansion. And he said, wow, really? I said, yeah. And so anyway, Jillian, Jillian came across that video on her phone, and we all got together and watched it. It's just amazing.
I've seen that too, and it really, really is. You can look that up, y'all, on YouTube. Working that, and he's in costume. He's like in the, in the makeup. The clip that I saw him, it's just amazing. This he did a lot of work, y'all, for Hanna-Barbera for Saturday morning cartoons that we all remember. But oh, such amazing talent. So we really appreciate Paul Frees. Paul Frees' voice is so iconic that, I honestly don't think, had they searched the world over, that they could have found any better voice actor to be the ghost host for the Haunted Mansion.
No, they could have.
He just did incredible work. So there is Paul Frees, guys, kind of a young,
and just whoever wrote the script, just the words that are used, are words that, we definitely don't hear as much, these days, an element of foreboding, there are so many, so many terms and so many different lines that, come from the ride that it's
kind of that old, it's just some archaic words that we don't, hear as much. But yeah, just really, the script, the whole thing, all of the pieces that went into this attraction, to me, I guess, and I'll have to say, as a little girl, I remember riding the Haunted Mansion for the first time. And William, that I've said many times, I've always enjoyed like magic, magic and sci-fi, futuristic, things, movies, and what have you. So even as a child, I think that the Haunted Mansion actually shaped a lot of that, because I remember riding the Haunted Mansion for the first time, and I thought that was just the coolest thing I had ever seen in my life. I remember, especially the Hitchhiking Ghost riding with you in the Doom buggy. I thought that was the coolest thing, and the Pepper's Ghost in the ballroom and all. I was mesmerized by it.
Yeah.
And y'all, I don't know how many times I have ridden the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland, or at Walt Disney World. I've lost count, which is really a high-class problem. But I can tell you that it never gets old for me. It just doesn't. And part of it, of course, is Paul Frees' work and all of these incredible men who, it's interesting to me that at this point, a lot of the ladies were not working. A lot of the ladies did not work on the Haunted Mansion, apparently, because the ladies are not mentioned as much for the Haunted Mansion, but they were heavily involved in the other attractions, Pirates, It's a Small World, that Carousel of Progress, that kind of thing. But
they got Leota Toombs.
That's true. You've got Leota. You do have Leota Toombs, who is Madame Leota, and Kim Irvine's grandmother, who just recently, Kim Irvine just recently retired from Disney. But so that was, you're right. That was really, I guess, kind of the only ladies touch was Madame Leota. But next we're going to talk just a second about Mark Davis. Now Mark Davis is another. So many of these Imagineers, golly, we owe our love of Disney to these men, because they were so talented and they were so good at taking an idea that Walt described to them and bringing it to life in the parks, in an attraction, or in a drawing or in a movie or a short, an animated feature. Golly, just so talented. David, it's good to have you, by the way. Let's see. Donald Duck in Math Magic Land is a must-see masterpiece. Okay, Dave, I'm going to make a note of that because I don't think I've ever seen it. Donald Duck in Math Magic Land. Okay, there you go. And we just mentioned that. I will definitely check that out. Always. He was okay. So Paul Fraser with the voice, yes, of Boris, yeah, and Rocky and Bullwinkle, right? Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, so Mike, let's see. Only part of the Haunted Mansion that I don't like when you get stuck in the one in Disneyland during Christmas. Knock, 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 nag, nag, nag. Or 17. Okay. Okay, I get that, Mike. I've never actually had that experience, but I'll take your word for it. Where is that? Do you know where that part is? William,
I mean, it's around the, or at least I think it's around like the man-eating wreath. As you're kind of moving through the hallway with the different doors, that are kind of the door knockers are knocking. I think it's around that area if it's right there. Yeah. But yeah, it's it's kind of jingle bells, but they're trying to make it spooky a little bit.
So that would get you. Yeah. So that would get you. You see, William, you have never ridden the Disneyland Haunted Mansion without the overlay.
I haven't.
Yeah. Christmas overlay, and I've never ridden it with the overlay. So. Yeah. We need to. I would love to see that overlay that they do for Nightmare Before Christmas. That until I saw a couple of like short, just some shorts.
Well, we have some shorts of it on our channel.
We do.
that I myself.
And I wish you had done more.
Yeah.
I wish you had done a complete ride through because I am amazed. I mean, basically, they just changed the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Unbelievable. The Nightmare Before Christmas overlay at they don't do it at Walt Disney World, but they do that at Disneyland. Absolutely incredible. I really wish at some point, if we get a chance, we need to do a full ride through on that because it is absolutely amazing. And Tina said she was 35 when she first wrote it and still amazing. I agree, Tina. Yeah. What is your favorite part of it, Mike? What is your favorite? Yes, Pam, that's true. Pam, they didn't think Leota. So Leota Toombs, guys, is the model for she's the you see her face inside the crystal ball for Madame Leota, but her voice was not spooky enough, so they turned to none other than Eleanor Audley, whose voice is incredible. She did Lady Tremaine in Cinderella. She also did Maleficent, and so you can hear her voice if you think about it. And so she's the voice of Madame Leota.
Another iconic voice.
Oh, absolutely. And again, she did, tons of voice work. I'm from, the Saturday morning cartoons, William. And a lot of you in the chat are going to know what I'm talking about. Mike, you're too young, but on Saturday mornings when I was a little girl, we got 3, if we were lucky, sometimes 6, but we got literally 3 TV channels. And on Saturday mornings from early in the morning till around noon, say 2:00, every channel put on different cartoons. It was amazing. It was fantastic. That's where we got Scooby-Doo and so many of, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, so many of those cartoons. And so Eleanor Audley Golly, so many. Jim Backus, um, Paul Frees. Who else did voice work? So many of those folks that just had those iconic voices. Right, Dave? Oh my gosh, right. Best Saturdays ever. So as a little girl, I would get up and I mean, and mother always made pancakes. And she had this iron skillet, my grandmother's iron skillet that she had. She would make pancakes that were like this big, like as big, in this iron skillet. So they had like a little bit of a crunchy edge to them. Best pancakes in the world. She would make those for me, and I would watch cartoons in the kitchen. We had this little bitty, 15-inch black and white TV. Well, then after I ate, I would move to the living room, where we had the console, TV set, and I would watch cartoons until noon. And a lot of times then I would get up and, help mother with the laundry or, whatever, gardening or, dusting or whatever, vacuuming, whatever she had for me to do. But, just lay there on the carpet in the living room in my pajamas with my kitty cat and watch Saturday morning cartoons. It was the best thing ever, wasn't it, Dave? So anyway, that's kind of chase that rabbit. But so many of these iconic voice actors did a lot of work for Hanna-Barbera, which was the main company that put on a lot of the cartoons that we watched on Saturday morning. It was so good. There was no Cartoon Network, there was no Cartoon Network. So that's what we did. We watched Saturday morning cartoons, Schoolhouse Rock, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. At any rate, so yeah, Mark Davis, tip of the ears to Mark Davis for sure. And next we have X. And now this guy he's an Imagineer that I was really kind of I will say not as familiar with until, just recent years. I always kind of knew that he was, his name was familiar to me, but I didn't know a lot about him, I guess. He is responsible for Grim Grinning Ghosts, or the Screaming Song. It was composed by Buddy Baker, and the lyrics were written by Javier Atencio, and he went by X, and he has a tombstone in the line queue. So its melody, it's been adapted for numerous uses. It was composed in the late 1960s, and he is in the graveyard queue. He's got a tombstone that reads, Requiescat Francis Xavier, no time off for good behavior, R.I.P. So Walt simply called him X, and golly, so yeah, he was born September 4th of 1919 and passed away in 2017. But another really amazing. There's a picture of him there with Walt. So talented. So yeah.
I mean, again, iconic sound.
Yes.
Yes. There's so many factors all coming together to make the attraction what it is.
Yes.
And I mean, it's just,
yes,
it's truly amazing how it all comes together, to give us such an iconic and incredible attraction.
Yeah. Well, and so many. Yeah, it amazes me. That's what amazes me about this attraction, and especially when you consider the fact that it took them several years to get this thing actually, to enter reality, basically, because they put it on hold for the 1964 World's Fair. They were going great guns on it. They shelved it
after Walt passed.
While they worked on the attractions for the 1964 World's Fair in New York, and then sort of they kind of had to go back to it. And part of the reason that they didn't open this until 1969, this big facade sat there for years,
Hmm.
is because the Imagineers could not pull it together because, again, you had the two camps. You had the funny, silly, and, then the scary, hot and cold running chills camp. And they just couldn't, they couldn't figure out how to marry the two. And so finally they did, and it opened in 1969. Absolutely, David, right? Oh my goodness, that's how I learned my multiplication tables at Schoolhouse Rock. I mean, that's, and I have said this before. You can watch Schoolhouse Rock. It's all on YouTube, but I think that they ought to put those back on. I absolutely, because kids, those are so helpful to kids. I think they should. I really do. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? I mean, all of the, golly, zero, my hero, how wonderful you are. I mean, all of those, they're familiar to us, right? They're familiar to us for sure. Um, so Francis, again, Francis, or X, as Walt called him, tip of the ears to that great Imagineer, absolutely. And then, it's, I really appreciate, what they did. We've talked, William, people who, there are people who really find it odd that adults enjoy Disney as
Yeah.
much. And I think a lot of the reasons that they don't understand why an adult would enjoy Disney is because they don't know all of this.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah. I mean,
know.
there's so many different aspects of, the parks to be, I guess, captivated by.
Yes, yes,
Architecturally,
yes.
technologically,
Mhm,
creatively, artistically.
mhm,
It's just, it really is incredible, and I think that,
mhm.
you know, those, those that would be critical of quote unquote Disney adults, which, shout out to, AJ of Disney Food Blog, for the, putting out that book recently. I've not, I haven't purchased it yet, but I did drop in on her. She did a, somewhat rare live, I think, and I
Yeah,
dropped into her live stream and gave her a shout out saying, thanks for being, the leader when it comes to,
sure.
covering, the Disney snacks and Disney
Oh yeah.
food. And, I said, thanks for
Mhm.
helping us hashtag win Disney. And she said,
Yeah.
she's like, it was funny because she, called out my comment and said, thanks.
Oh yeah.
She said, I'm glad you get it. She said, because,
Yeah.
people, when I use the term, yeah, she has like the little intro video and it says,
Uh-huh.
win
Let's
Disney.
win Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she called that out. She said, I'm glad that you understand what I mean when I say win Disney, because there are people who are like, what do you mean win Disney? It's like,
Right.
I'm trying to help
Exactly.
you, get the most, most
Bang for your
experience
buck.
in. Yeah. Bang
Yeah.
for your buck, get the most out of your trip.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Absolutely.
anyway, but yeah, I think that, you know, people just, they don't understand that aspect
Mhm.
of,
Right.
the parks. They have an appreciation for the parks, I
Right.
mean, it's
Well, they
just
see they
interesting.
see children's they see a children's park, they see
Yeah.
children's rides. Um, but for those of us who right, Tina, who love Disney, we see so much more
Yeah.
there. We
There's so
see
many
Walt,
details.
we see details, we see, again, all those things that you just named. We see all of the hard work of the Imagineers who put all of that together. We see the creativity. We see Walt and Roy and this
Yeah.
amazing empire that they built. When nobody believed that that a park like that Disneyland would ever be a success. I mean,
Yeah.
Walt Disney, many times, Walt Disney, like for Snow White, he mortgaged his house to finish that movie. I mean, he put everything on the line for what he believed in, and came up with these amazing masterpieces of creativity, and surrounded himself with all of this incredible talent. And just from the business aspect of it, William, and you have, as a business major,
Yeah, that
you
too.
have said that before. Just from the business aspect of it, how could you not be impressed with Disney?
Yeah.
So at any rate, just a couple of, I'm kind of winding down here with this, guys. Just a couple of, Mikey, you make a little cameo here too, because we've been so many times into the parks. But just a couple of, my favorite ride, and I love these ride backgrounds, that they do, these ride pictures, ride photos. This is Kylie and me. They're on her first trip in 2021. We're still, we're doing the blip thing and had the mask, and there's Russ and me as well there. And then a couple more. Oh, look, it's Tina McNeil. Just a couple of fun ones there. I love the Haunted Mansion ride photos are some of my favorites. They really are. So there's Tina and me. And then here's Jillian. And this is one of the outside ones and there's her with Phineas outside. And that's a nighttime shot, which is really nice. I love to get this shot. Guys, as you're coming out, and sometimes they'll put all three of them in there with you. But as you're just exiting the mansion, if you look to your right and you go in between that rock wall and the hearse, there's a cast member standing there who will do this magic shot for you. So, and then there's Russ and me there as well. That's a little daytime shot, a little bit different, but a really nice shot there. And then from our last trip, here are a couple of us, William.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What is your expression in the one on the right?
Well, it's just I was making a funny face for the ghost. I mean, kind of matching the little guy underneath me there.
There you go. Yeah. These are both really good. I love these. But yeah, just so much fun. Then there's they put the hat box up there, put a hat box ghost in there too. But I love these. I really do. I love all of these pictures. And then beware of hitchhiking ghosts and the hitchhikers here. You got Russ, what in the world with Russ? Mike Wheeler in the middle there.
Thanks, David T.
Gravedigger extraordinaire, and myself with Phineas there. So just a fun pictures. I love it. I never get tired of it. I can ride it and just enjoy it as much, as an adult as I did as a child. So, any closing thoughts, William? Is there, we didn't talk, we after the delays, just backing up just a little bit, there were years of delays. It did open on August the 9th, 1969, but part of the thing, of course, that caused the delay too was the death of Walt Disney.
Yeah.
that just really threw all of them for a loop. They, I mean, they were just kind of all sitting around staring at the wall, I think, for a couple of weeks. Not, because Walt was the, he was the leader. It was his imagination that brought all of it to life. Hey, Francisco, welcome in.
Hey, Francisco.
Good to see you. So, okay, David. Okay, don't forget. Okay, David is reminding us to turn our clocks back this Saturday. Okay, we will. Thank you so much, David. It's good to see you. Good to see you. And Francisco, it's good to see you. Thanks for materializing tonight. But anyway, that set them back. So it didn't actually open until '69, and it had been on and off in development for years. So at any rate, they got her done. Let's see, was there anything else? Oh, the movies. I just did want to mention the movies. You had Haunted Mansion, the original one that they did was in 2003 with Eddie Murphy, and now this one takes a lot of grief, but I thought it was cute.
I enjoyed it too. I really did.
I do too.
I mean, we still watch it to this day. Every Halloween season, and even even just randomly at some point through the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do too. We do too. I like it. I think it's fun. It's a lot different approach, to it than the last one. But I really enjoy it. Of course. Then we had the Muppets Haunted Mansion in 2021, which was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Any of the Muppets movies are going to be good. But I'll tell you, I watched the 2023, this most recent one, Haunted Mansion movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Jared Leto. The more I watch that movie, the more I like it.
Yeah.
The scene where Danny DeVito and Owen Wilson go to the sketch artist to sketch the Hatbox Ghost is just hilarious. I'm sorry. It's just hilarious. If y'all haven't watched that one, it's from 2023.
Well, it's what Danny DeVito's characters, and what is it, Lakeitha Stroud?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is so funny, but it has some
Stanfield. My bad. Lakeith Stanfield. There we go.
Yes, Lakeith Stanfield is the kind of the main character. It's very well done. Again, ahoy, Captain Culpepper Klein. I love that they included him in there. I love how many pieces they pulled in. They really, really tried to, right down to Rosario Dawson. A lot of her wardrobe is, are patterns from the Haunted Mansion, like wallpaper and things. Some of the suits that she wears are actually wallpaper from the Haunted Mansion. It's fantastic. Anyway, DeVito is always great, right, Jonathan? He is. He just is. Okay. Pam is binge watching. Pam, I'm doing it too. I'm probably going to do that some more tomorrow. Just try to, sit down and enjoy the season and pop some popcorn. Absolutely. Yeah. And watch, right? So, William, anything else that you wanted to add?
Now, we didn't even talk about the Omni Mover, and
all right.
and Bob Gurr.
Just touched on it. Yeah, touched on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Omni Mover really revolutionized park rides.
Right. There's
really
so many rides that utilize that tech.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And Bob Gurr, may God bless the man and just let him live forever.
Yeah.
Him and Top Nabby. I just want them to live forever. I'm such a fan of both of them. But yeah, um, he just it's a total innovation. Just I mean, Bob said, Bob has been quoted as saying, basically Walt would say, "I want to do this. I have this crazy idea. I have this idea. Can you do that? And that's the fascinating thing about Disney. We all of the things that we have now are commonplace to us
Yeah.
because we see them in all the Disney parks. But the thing about it is they didn't exist until Disney Imagineers created them.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally had to create the technology for a lens when they did the movie Snow White. They created a they created a camera that gave us that layered look that you see in the movie. They invented technology as they went. It's just amazing. Just yeah, uh, absolutely. Exactly, Jonathan. From scratch, from nothing. We want. How do we do this? How do we make this work? And they did it. They invented. So that they were inventors. Incredible talent for sure. Um,
Hmm.
and I will link, guys. I will link, some of the things that we have referenced behind the attraction on Disney Plus. Also, I did want to give a plug for our friend John DeCure. Guys, his YouTube channel is called Grand and Miraculous, and he has been doing a fantastic series on Disney attractions. And he's actually doing the Haunted Mansion tonight as well.
Cool.
And we wanted to give him a shout out if somebody wants to, to drop his link there. His channel is Grand and Miraculous. So fantastic. We're hoping to have him on at some point, maybe interview John. But he's also doing a series on Disney attractions. So another resource there for you. Here is a good ride through video. Let me drop this link, guys, in the chat. We have a lot of ride throughs. We have ride throughs that are included in our Walt Disney World live streams. There's one that I just dropped that link for. We have shorts, a lot of shorts. Check out our Halloween. Playlist on our channel. We have the Dapper Dance singing Grim Grinning Ghost. We have a special short of Grayson, who's the amazing piano player at Casey's playing Grim Grinning
Still somewhat
Ghost.
new legacy,
Yes,
legacy award
yes,
recipient with the
absolutely.
blue
Oh
badge.
my gourd! Right. Yeah, y'all check. Do a search. Oh my gourd. The Oh my gourd cupcake. Oh my goodness, from several years ago. Oh, that was such a great night, Mike. We've had so much fun. Do a search there, guys, for Oh my gourd on our channel, and there's a really funny short there. It makes me laugh every time I see it. Also, one that has been on our channel. It's several years old, but still a really fascinating one. Jillian went to Stanton Hall. Guys, it's in Mississippi. I think it's in Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a house that it's an old antebellum house, and it was one of the inspirations for the facade of the Haunted Mansion.
Natchez, Mississippi.
Natchez, Mississippi. And so y'all check that out. I'm going to put that also there. There's a link to that. So yeah, we've got a lot, guys, on the channel. So y'all be sure and check out all of that. Again, we love Disney.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. There's, a Carousel of Progress. So many classic Disney rides. I never get tired of riding any of them. I just don't. As many times as I have ridden them, but the Haunted Mansion remains one of my favorites, just because
Well, it is your
I
favorite.
think, yes, it's my favorite, and
Yeah.
as a child, it so captured my imagination, and I was so wide-eyed, when the hitchhiking ghost appeared next to me in the dune buggy. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever, and I still think it is. So, yeah, we hope you've kind of enjoyed, going through this. And again, there are so many more aspects, that we could, could cover, and we will, we'll keep, keep going through it and covering. I have, we both have trips coming up.
Yep.
Liam.
We do.
We both have trips coming up. I have a lineup of live streams scheduled already. So more ride throughs of the Haunted Mansion and all of the, it's a small world, Tina. Pirates of the Caribbean. But these are the live. I'm going to be there for a couple of weeks, first 2 weeks of December, y'all. And these are the live streams that I have scheduled so far. I'll be at Magic Kingdom December 2nd. And I'll, guys, to my ghost host, I'll put this information in our chat. The December 2nd, I'll be there in Magic Kingdom. And then that's a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party evening. So I will be hopping over to Epcot that evening, and I'll do Hitchhiker Chat Festival of Holidays there at Epcot. And then on the 3rd at 3 p.m., I'll be at Hollywood Studios, otherwise known this time of year as Jollywood Studios. And then on the 4th, at 8 a.m., I will do an early morning Animal Kingdom live stream. So those are the thumbnails that I have up. That's right. So those are the thumbnails that I have up so far, and I will put up, some more as it gets a little closer. But that kind of covers the first week, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And the one this schedule, is fantastic. I always look forward to, to live streaming when I'm in the parks. It's just tons of fun. William and I enjoy doing it. And so I'm looking forward to it. Now, also keep in mind, guys, that on Tuesday, they're not Tuesday, is that right? That's not right. I think it's Thursday, and it could actually be Friday. I think that's wrong. But December 5th is correct. December 5th is correct. At 8 p.m., possibly a little earlier. I don't know. I will be going live for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So I'm really excited about that. I toyed with the idea,
Yeah, it's a Friday. It's a Friday.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's Friday. So
it's not going to be the same this go around. I I think your and Tina's shenanigans, are so much fun, and I hate that y'all aren't going together this time around just because it's so entertaining.
I know it. I do too. I really do. I hate it too. This because we have so much fun, and I just couldn't make it work out, Tina. We talked about it. Just to try. We like to go in November. Tina like to go in.
You'll have fun,
She's
Mikey.
going in November.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh gosh, Mike. Yeah. I wish we could go together. I really do. But I toyed with the idea. I thought, well, do I want to go? Do I not want to go? And then I thought, well, okay, I'm going to let my annual pass go, most likely this year. And so I don't know when I would, so I thought I would just splurge and go ahead and go. But so I'm hoping maybe Jennifer Caruso or maybe, Jeff and Ange might be there. that night. But no, I will not be having nearly as much fun without you. Without you. It's just, um, but at any rate, I'm looking forward to it. And I've got 8 p.m. there because I thought, well, I might just kind of try to enjoy the party, um, and then start live streaming, like for the parade and the fireworks. So that start time is, subject to change just depending on what's going on. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. So y'all just kind of keep that, and I will correct that to Friday, December 5th. I've had so much going here lately that I probably cut and pasted that from another slide and then just forgot to change it to Friday. But at any rate, yeah. Oh, oh my goodness. Well, we went together last year. Yeah, we went together last year, Mike. We did. So much fun. It is.
And I think he means letting your AP go. I think that's what he's referring to.
Oh, gosh. Well, Mike, hey. That's true. I did. Yes. I might as well own it. That's right. Yeah, Mike's got me on that one. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I was not. But at any rate, it's going to be tons of fun. You and Jillian. Okay, I'm also going to Magical Night of Hope this year. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to Magical Night of Hope. I'll go ahead and just kind of cover that now. Magical Night of Hope will be the 6th. No. Let me think. It's the 13th. It's the 13th Magical Night of Hope, benefiting Give Kids the World Village. I'll be doing that. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is on December 5th. And I hope to see Ashley Eckstein narrate the candlelight processional on the 6th. So we'll see if all that works out. But that's kind of what I have.
We're locked in. We have. I was about to say we're locked in. We will be seeing Brendan Fraser.
Good.
Do it.
Good.
We went and sprung for the dining package, so
good.
We're locked in. Got a guaranteed seat.
Well, that's fantastic. I would love to see your live stream.
Yeah.
Live stream that, and if I'm able to go see Ashley Eckstein, and I've already checked for dining packages, there are none available. So I'm going to try to do a walk up at Regal Eagle Barbecue. So we'll see if that works out, and I will likely live stream that if I can do it. But so we've got a lot of good stuff coming up in December, and I'm really hoping to get to 2,000 subs. Y'all give us a like and a sub on this video. If you haven't already subscribed, we sure would appreciate it. We're working on 2,000 subs. Hope that we could, make that because we're going to be in the parks a lot for December. So we should be able to break 2,000 subs. I would love to do that. But at any rate, that is, that's about it. For our Haunted Mansion presentation. Again, we kind of came up at it from the highlighting and spotlighting some of the Imagineers who designed it, but there's so many other pieces to it. The different rooms and the different ghosts and their the backstories for the ghosts. There's tons of really the ties to the SEA, have always fascinated me. So at any rate, a very long vacation. And Pam, I just, my Jeff said, go ahead, enjoy your annual pass. So it's, when you're there for 2 weeks, I love to go for that long because you can really settle in and, plan things and just, especially with an annual pass is such a game changer. You can go in and out, and I can, on some mornings, if I'm not feeling it, I can sleep late and get up and go in the afternoon, and not kill myself, but still, like, I can, Russ like to go in the afternoons and sleep in, and I do that some too when I'm there, just depending on how I'm feeling. But at any rate, yes, Jonathan, thank you for dropping that link for Magical Knot of Hope. Check that out at magicalknotofhope.com, and I'll get a slide worked up for that as well. Yeah. Yeah. I expect to be herding cats around the parks, Mike. So the 1st to the 14th, I'm going to be there. So I expect to see your reservation pop up anytime.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Pam noticed my noticed my shirt. Yes, it is a fantastic for the theme shirt.
Good eye, Pam.
Roosevelt's, yeah, good call there.
Good
I figured
eye.
since we were close to Halloween, I'd try to be at least a little bit festive. I do have, Haunted Mansion. I really should have worn my Haunted Mansion Spirit jersey for this evening, but anyway.
Any of those Roosevelt shirts. Any of those Roosevelt shirts is always a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, always herding cats, but yeah, love it, absolutely do. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I can't think of anything. Do we want to do Lorcana right quick, William?
I don't have any cards in here.
Okay.
So I'll just have to let you run with it for tonight.
Okay, I'll open some Lorcana, and then we'll wrap this up, guys.
Right.
This is I have another Fabled. I have another Fabled set here, and this is Steamboat Willie. So this is the latest one. This is the latest set, and we have. Let's see, we have.
There's a new set called Whispers in the Well coming up here pretty soon, November 7th, I believe.
Yes, November 7th at your local game stores, and at the larger retail stores will have it on the 14th. So, and we always recommend buying it from your local card game stores if you can, to support your local folks. But that's called it's called Whispers in the Well. And so we're excited to see what that looks like. But again, here's this one. Let me go ahead and open this. So that release is coming up pretty soon, and on the package it says Cruella. So there's that. Let's see what we get. Okay, all right, y'all think good thoughts. Send me some good Disney pixie dust from wherever you are, so get a good open on this pack. Okay, and the first one is Moana. That's nice. Common, obviously. And then Heal What Has Been Hurt. Wow,
that's pretty.
Now that's different. That's very different. Man, that's pretty. That's really. That's an unusual card, guys. Really something. And then we have Prince Eric. Nice card there. One of our Disney princes. Sudden Chill.
Yeah, it's interesting that some of these artworks are reprints from the first set.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Sudden Chill, and the last two you pulled are.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that. Poor Unfortunate Souls. There's one for Pam. Ugh. Had a little emaciated shrimp.
A quote off from
right. The Disney shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Aurora. Oh, my favorite princess, y'all. I
What
love.
Olaf Presents, I think is the name of that on Disney Plus.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, they're fun.
Really, really funny.
Oh, they're hilarious. My granddaughters love to watch those. I mean, we have sat and watched those 4 or 5 times in a row, like all of them. And, just one right after the other. They're so cute. Yeah, Jafar. That's a good villains one. Guys, we're gonna have a villains land at Magic Kingdom, ready or not. And another Aurora. I love it. Look at
Oh,
that.
cool. That's neat.
That is a very pretty one.
That's the first time I've seen that card, I think.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. That's very pretty. So I got 2 Auroras. My personal favorite classic Disney princess. The Mob Song.
There's Jillian. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't want to call it Kill the Beast.
Right. The Mob Song. Yeah, they should have, right? Okay,
I do think it's like album wise. I think it's actually called the Mob Song, but they might as well call it Kill the
Beast. That's I didn't know it was called the Mob Song. I just always say Kill the Beast. 121. They're from a Goofy movie.
That's Eye to Eye.
There you go, and that's a rare.
Nice. That's rare. Cool. Yeah, that's Eye to Eye there.
Yeah. And this is a legendary, I think.
Yes. Sweet. It's a Circle of Life.
It's a legendary Circle of Life. Oh, how pretty. And the legendary symbol is holographic.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
See that?
Yeah.
Now, the rest of the card is not. But
I like how the bird's kind of flying off the card there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
neat.
And then in the last spot is a rare, really beautiful card, White Rabbit's Pocket Watch.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's neat.
Very pretty.
Very shiny.
Shiny. And shiny. So very nice. And then here's the puzzle piece. And I think that's the same puzzle piece I got last week with Powerline. So, yeah, some nice ones there. I love that I pulled a legendary. I haven't pulled a legendary in a while, and and I like that they made the little legendary symbol on there holographic. This is nice as well. So good pack. 2 Auroras. I love that. So there we go. There's your fabled pack for tonight. Yeah. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Guys, Jillian has posted several shorts. She's posted a short every day for the past few days. So be sure to check those out. Most of them are from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. There's a really fun one of the dance party over at Cosmic Rays, and it's Max Goof. It's tons of fun, and then some from others from the Halloween party. So be sure and go check those out. And remember, y'all, if you are planning a trip to Disney, by all means, contact Jillian. She is a travel agent with Mickey Travels, and she can take so much of the headache out of your planning. It's kind of complicated anymore to plan a Disney trip. And there's some pretty deep discounts actually going on right now. If you're planning a Disney trip or a cruise, be sure and, contact her and get those, trips planned so that she can work up a package for you in 2026 before so many of the price increases hit. And we covered a lot of those last week. So be sure and do that. Also, we're really excited, guys, because Emmy of the Adventurelys is going to be on Hitchhiker Chat next week, November 4th, and she's going to talk about her new YouTube channel. It's called Travel and Theme Park Guides. So Emmy is going to be with us next week. We're really excited about that to see her. And so be sure and, tune in and we'll talk with her. We haven't had them on in a while. And so she has this, again, a travel and theme park guide. Go check that out on YouTube, guys, and give her a sub. It's her brand new channel. So look it up and join us next week to chat with her for a little bit and catch up with them.
A little bit of throwing it back just a little bit back to Lorcana. I wanted to give a highlight and shout out. There was a 10-year-old kid. They do the they do these different competitions. Pam. But they do these different competitions for Lorcana. Kind of regional competitions at Milwaukee. Just a few, like this past weekend. There was a 10-year-old kid that got 8th place, or got finished top 8.
Wow!
In the entire competition, and on his way to making top 8 at this competition, he beat the world champion, like the Lorcana world champion, on his way to finishing top 8.
Oh my goodness!
Absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Very, very impressive. I've seen a lot of chatter in my Disney Lorcana groups on Facebook about it. Wanted to acknowledge that
Absolutely. Do you know the kid's name?
His name is Aiden. I don't know his last name, but anyway, really, really impressive performance by that kid. I mean, card game tournaments, that's a long day. That's a lot of focus. Yeah. I mean, you really got to key in. Wow. It's mentally and physically taxing on grown people, and so for a 10-year-old kid to bust up in there and come away finishing in the top 8 is just really impressive. Wanted to call that out.
That is impressive. Goodness gracious. And we're gonna happy birthday, Pam.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Halloween. Pam. Happy birthday. I'm going to give
happy birthday to Adam. Y'all already celebrated, but my younger brother Adam, birthday is on the 30th.
Yes, and also my granddaughter Landry. So another toot toot here, White's is coming up, but loud noise coming in 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, Pam. We love you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Pam. Happy birthday, Adam, and Landry, and Wyatt here pretty soon.
Absolutely. Hope you have a fantastic day, Pam. It's good to see you. But yeah, thanks for that, Mike. So I don't know. You're welcome, Pam. You're so welcome. It's good to see you, dear. I don't know if anything else that I needed to mention. Let me check my notes. I think that's pretty much it. Again, y'all, our some other things that you can watch, other resources if you want to know more about the Haunted Mansion. I will list in the description of this video. Yes, Jonathan was globetrotting. And we did wish him a happy birthday in Japan, which is fine. Yeah, I love it. I don't know of anything else.
William, roll call real quick. A disclaimer: I did miss the beginning of the stream, so I didn't get. And then also too, my computer decided it wanted to update, so I ran into several barriers. So if you showed up earlier on the stream and you didn't comment later in the stream, I apologize. I missed you. But thanks to Aunt Joy and Aunt Susan, Jason Thibodeau, thanks to T. McNeil, Jennifer Caruso, Mike Wheeler, Pam's Fam 74, Apple Tart Baker, Mike Wheeler, Brian Eisenhart. It's me, David T., Dave Stragan, Jonathan Chung, Adventures by D, Jason. Oh, I got Jason in there twice. And then Francisco and Jillian Bone, Mickey Travels. So thanks to everybody for being here. Again, if I missed your name, I apologize. I try to do the best I can to, pay attention to our show notes and watch the chat and, do stuff on my computer too. You try to get everybody written down. So again, if you're here early in the stream and you commented, I'm sorry, but thank you for being here. If you're here ghost watching, you just got us on in the background. You got other stuff going on. We appreciate you. Or, if you're on Team Replay, again, leave a comment if you watch on the replay so we can thank you for watching, because we really do appreciate it. It means a lot to us. So thank you very much. Also, big thank you to our channel members and our guest host moderators. Thank you so much for keeping the chat family friendly. We really appreciate it. And thank you very much.
Means a lot to us. Jonathan says he was celebrating it twice. He traveled back in time on a plane home that day.
Nice. Nice.
That's cool. That's the way to do it, Jonathan.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, since we're discussing birthdays, I talked to Jillian, and we've got the family trip, with her family lined up for December. And we were scheduled, that for December 25th to be the day that our trip wrapped up, and we, start the drive home. And I went ahead and told Jillian, I said, let's go ahead and push it out a day. I was like, I don't want to drive home on my birthday. I said, I'd much rather go to the parks that day and then go home the next day.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to do that.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Jillian, for adjusting the dates there.
Yeah, well, you can enjoy Christmas Day, and I assume you're going to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, that's the plan. We may park hop, but yeah, that's the plan to start off there. In the past when we've gone, early morning, close to the rope drop has been pretty, more tame than later in the day. Later in the day, it's going to be a madhouse of people showing up. But, there first thing in the morning, we're at least going to drop in. I think we do have, I want to say we have the Beacon Barrel.
This is the way.
We have the Beacon Barrel lined up for that day.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. I'm a big Pirates enthusiast, so very much looking forward to checking that out. I've got to get that really cool mug. The skull mug. that's coming home with me. You know how much I love cool drinkware.
Yeah.
Well, I brought it. I reached over here because the Donkey Kong cup has been here, but I think I finally moved it back into the kitchen. Yeah. But
I'm really hoping that, and I realize you're going to be, with kids and everything, but I'm hoping, I talked to Jillian about it, kind of corral the kids, and maybe you could go live for just a few minutes on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun to see you guys, go live from the parks on Christmas. If it's just half an hour, 15 minutes,
we might give it a shot. If nothing else,
to say hi.
Yeah. Well, I might be able to just, set the gimbal up on the stand and just set it at the point of, facing the point of interest there in Beacon Barrel, and just, talk as we're sitting there.
I think that'd be great. Doesn't necessarily have to be Beacon Barrel, or maybe maybe set it up on a trash can table and video the Christmas parade.
Yeah, that too
would be awesome. It would just be so much fun on Christmas Day. To have that. But yeah, even if it's just for a few minutes, we'd love to see you. So hope you can do that. Yes, right, Pam. Yeah, we want to blow the whistle for your birthday. Absolutely. But at any rate, it's been fun. It's just been a ton of fun talking about the Haunted Mansion. Y'all know I'm in my wheelhouse. Obviously, our channel name reflects our love of the Haunted Mansion, and we love to see you guys. Come in, and I look forward to being in the park. We both really looking forward to December. Because I'm going to be in, first 2 weeks, and then William and Jillian will be there for up to Christmas. So we're going to be there a good bit. It'll be a lot of fun, and just looking forward to it. Got Thanksgiving coming up. One of our, Thanksgiving is uniquely American. It's a uniquely American holiday when we give thanks to God for all of the amazing, you know, uh, just countless blessings that He gives us. So we've got a lot. We've got a lot to look forward to, and regardless of
Pam, that's
what's
on the Disney bucket list. Oogie Boogie Bash is definitely on the Disney
Mhm.
bucket list there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So whatever, guys, whatever you're doing, whatever kind of day you're having, always be the reason that somebody smiles, and you guys make us smile every Tuesday and every day. When I go online and see you in chats and get notes from you, messages from you, it just really means the world to us. So we love you guys,
Yeah, thanks
and we hope
everybody.
to see you next
Have a
week.
happy Halloween
Yeah,
and happy
a happy
birthday to
Halloween,
everybody.
happy birthday, Pam. Happy birthday, Adam. And we will see you next week and Emmy will be here. So
Yep. Yeah, if you
um,
haven't already, check out the live place, check out Stickermule, check out
mhm,
TubeBuddy, all the information in the description on all those if you're interested.
mhm, mhm. All good, all good. So y'all have a happy Halloween. Enjoy Fright Night, and get out that candy and set it by your front door and enjoy all those sweet kiddos coming by with their costumes. It's really not so scary. Hashtag it's really not so scary. And those sweet kiddos. I mean, even when I had, last year we even had some older kids, come through. And I thought, you know, I've heard people, really complain, well, they're too old to be trick or treating. Well, I would rather teenagers show up at my door and say trick or treat and yes, ma'am, and thank you than to be out getting in trouble on
Yeah.
Halloween. So I'm always happy to see, the kids that come to our door. A lot of times, Jeff and I set up and sit out, in the front yard. I've got my hitchhiking ghosts up out there and my Disney inflatables. So we have a good time. Neighborhood kids come through, and it's a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to it this year. And the other ghosts, we love the Haunted Mansion ghosts. They can stay, right? They follow us home. They do. Yeah, they've been following me home for many, many years. Um, but yeah, pop some popcorn. Sit up, block out some time when you're off the clock. Block out some time, pop some popcorn. Queue up some Haunted Mansion movies, some good Disney movies. Oh, by the way, y'all, watch the Skeleton Dance. If you've never watched the Skeleton Dance, I showed you guys my Skeleton Dance Loungefly, which is just hilarious because the skeleton actually does dance on the Loungefly last week. Watch the Skeleton Dance. It is so cute. Have you ever watched it, William?
I have. Yeah.
It's really cute. It's like 6 minutes. Yeah. So go watch that. It's so cute. It's so funny. One of Walt Disney's really early cartoon shorts, but it's a lot of fun, and it's seasonal. So go watch that. Add that to your Halloween list. Hocus Pocus, Haunted Mansion, all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So enjoy it. Everybody enjoy it. And we will see you next week.
Yep.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody. Remember, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please
Hurry back.
back. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here, y'all.
Thanks so much. We love you guys. Happy Halloween.
Hurry back.